Respect, not genuine love, respect page. I truly appreciate your time to the genuine ones only. I hope your day's coming along well so far. Have a safe weekend, protect your energy, because not everybody's living your time. You know, when you're a child of God, you don't have to fake gaslight nobody when God is working in your favor, because you are the miracle within a miracle. You're showing up for yourself because God was patient for you to show up for yourself today. You know, regardless to what trauma was endured within you from a child point of view, being sexually assaulted, dealing with violence, domestic violence, trauma on top of trauma, unhealthy relationships, and people taking your kindness for weakness and manipulating your character for something that you truly wasn't, and you know, you overcame it. You know, with God's guidance, with God's protection for every direction, God allows you to elevate and become your best self vision of yourself, because you are the miracle within yourself. And you don't have to fake gaslight nobody when you're genuinely at peace with yourself, to wear a mask, to tune into God at the end of the day. You know, sometimes in life, some people know they have gifts within them. But God has to protect that child of God sometimes, or that chosen one sometimes, with certain people from them exposing those gifts, because some people abuse and mistreat that chosen one or that child of God, and take from them, and want to have controlling issues or disrespect them in unhealthy ways. And when God covers you, child of God, and chosen one for the right reasons, like, they don't understand that you've been had these gifts within you from a child point of view. Maybe from the age of 6, 7 years old, you knew you was talented, but you couldn't express that to people. And the reason why you couldn't express that to people, because God was shielding you to the right time so you'd be able to express what God actually installed within you. Those gifts that people didn't understand, that, you know, they were jealous of, and they didn't understand why they wasn't able to have those gifts that you had. And when God saw those private conversations, amongst those private conversations, when it came to you, God had to protect you, and God had to not allow you to expose what God installed within you. You know, because those people weren't genuine and true to you. They didn't have good intentions. They were controlling. They were abusive. They were disrespectful. They manipulated your character for something that you truly wasn't, just to portray something to show themselves as to they such a good person, and they had good intentions when it came to you, and the whole entire time they were hate in disguise, and they did not like you. And they act like they were so in tune with you, but they was fake gaslighting you this whole entire time. And they was having third-party conversations about you, within conversations about you, saying that you wasn't worthy of yourself and you was nothing. And God knew when the right time comes, God will show them that the gifts that God installed within you, the day that they have to reevaluate their thought process, to say to themselves is, you know what, wow, I overlooked you. I took your kindness for weakness. But when God closed that trauma door for the right reasons, and for you to show for yourself to elevate, you know, regardless if you dealt with domestic violence and trauma on top of trauma, violence and being sexually assaulted, be dealing with sicknesses, you put a name to your book at the end of the day. When they try to manipulate your character and all you was trying to do is just show up for yourself, God says, I can't allow them to see that these beautiful gifts I install within you. So when you express your gifts, and within your gifts that God installed within you, they're going to be like, wow, I didn't know that you was so gifted. Maybe one person may have knew that you was so gifted and talented, and they were so jealous of you. They brainwashed you. They manipulated your character. And because they may have been your guardian, or they may have been a stranger, God said their intentions was not good. They were money hungry. Not only they were money hungry, but they was not showing that they had good intentions towards you, to provide for you in the right way that God provides for you on a regular basis, to show up for you. And when you a child of God, when you got your Heavenly Father God and your Heavenly Father Mother at the end of the day, that's guiding you to better days ahead. You don't got to worry about that guardian that was not worthy of knowing who you truly was at the end of the day. Because when you have your Heavenly Father God and your Heavenly Father Mother on your side, they protecting you to better days ahead. When they saw those private conversations, amongst those private conversations, they were so disappointed. You know, They say it takes a village to raise a child. But when that child doesn't have no one to genuinely turn to because all they do is manipulate that child's character for something that they truly wasn't. That child feels so lonely within lonely. Who do they trust? Who do they confide in? And then when that child becomes an adult, that child is trying to find themselves, trying to break the cycles of the trauma that was endured within them to become their best self-vision, to elevate. And people may overlook this child of God, but when you're the chosen one and you're the child of God, it's not meant for them to understand what you've been through, your walk of life at the end of the day, to understand how you got to where you are today. God was protecting you for the right reasons, because they knew that they was going to take your gifts and abuse it and disrespect it, because they didn't have good intentions. It's the mindset for me. You know, never judge a book by its cover. And I say that respectfully. And especially a child of God, a chosen one at the end of the day. When that child of God is in tune with God and God's in tune with that child of God, for that child of God to elevate and become their best self-vision of themselves today. You don't understand how they overcame and how they speaking firm in what they're saying, and they're so strong within being strong, and they don't got to fake gas like nobody to be at peace with themselves or to acknowledge that the fact that God is working in their favor, because they are the miracle within themselves, because they was able to understand the assignment that God said, I'm closing that trauma door for a reason. I'm opening this new door to better days ahead so you can elevate and become your best self-vision of yourself. Those people that you thought was for you were not for you. The associates that had malicious intentions to size you up, line you up, and hurt you and bring harm towards you. All those family members that went against you. All those friends that you thought was friends. They all laughed in your face. They all manipulated your character for something that you truly wasn't. And the whole entire time, they only played in their own face. Wow, you're so gifted, you're so talented. And you always been the real one. And you always motivated me to become my best self-vision, but I didn't like you. And it's crazy how they say this today. Now they reevaluating their thought process, saying to themselves this: I know you would never look at me the same because you know what I did to you. And God revealed who I was to you. And when you're the child of God, you're the chosen one. When you accept everything for what it was, you don't have no hate in your heart towards nobody. You forgive them because God is allowing you to forgive them, because God says, you know what? I got your back. And they don't understand how you're standing firm within yourself. You didn't have to go back and forth with words. You didn't have to go back and retaliate against these people to prove a point at the end of the day, because they were so weak-minded. They couldn't even think for themselves, to have respect for you, let alone respect themselves, to understand the assignment that God installed within you, patience and respect and genuine healing, to go within, to do the soul searching within you, so you can become your best self-vision of yourself. That's why they can't get in tune with you today. It's the mindset for me when you take someone's kindness for weakness and you're thinking they slow, retarded, deaf, dumb, and whatever you want to call it, with your label on them at the end of the day, to only reevaluate your thought process, you was playing a real one's face. It's the mindset for me. When God allows you to open this new door to new beginnings, God says, I'm sending genuine people that's going to genuinely love you and respect you. Not psych out your thought process, letting your freedom or your eyesight, or have controlling issues towards you, or to be in competition with you, because that's not what God installed within you. All the genuine ones that's coming into your life to respect you for who you truly are. But y'all going to value each other's time and respect each other and motivate each other to become your best self-visions of yourself. Not bring each other down, but elevate and understand the assignment that regardless of whatever your walk of life is, I can still respect you, neighbor. When God got your back, to better days ahead. To better days ahead. Child of God, chosen one. I truly appreciate time to the genuine ones only. Just because they gave up on you, don't give up on yourself. Just because they overlooked you, don't give up on yourself. You are genuinely loved by all the right people. You are genuinely respected by all the right people. And you gotta be sure you respect 365 days when no malicious intentions being harmed to yourself or others around you. Never allow the enemy or haters, gods, or personal malicious intentions psych your thought personally your freedom, because you are worthy and you matter. They will fake gas like you and act like they so in tune with God, and the whole entire time they're trying to bring harm towards you. Psych your thought personally your freedom and your eyesight. So protect your energy, because I ain't ready to your time. I so appreciate time to the genuine ones only. Have a safe day and have a safe week. Now genuine love, respect, protect your energy, because I raise up your time. Love yourself with God's protection for every direction. Respect. Have a good day. Have a safe weekend.